last time, and this week went past quicker than I imagined, or I would have written all this up. But you all had kind of explored the town a little bit, just walked around to see what was there. Eventually had decided to go try and track down the town drunkard who happened to be out on Lake Zarovich, fishing, in a manner of speaking, by throwing little girls in sacks over the side of his rowboat. Did manage to pull her up from the bottom of the lake and return her home, in exchange for which the folks that were there, the gypsies, offered you some treasure for your trouble, and offered basically their goodwill if you ever needed anything to help yourselves out. And then finally managed to stagger back into town, getting late in the afternoon. Before you had left, you had let the bartender or the owner know that you did want to speak to Irina again, but that you had some things that you had needed to accomplish during the day, and were going to be looking when you got back to talk to her. But let's get you guys back to the inn here. Sorry, I should have just plopped you over there to begin with. So you're back here. I guess the question is, what do you want to do? Do you want to just head to bed? Do you want to go into the tap room? What is it we would like to do here?
Well, first, what time?
We're getting into, like late afternoon kind of time frames. It's not dusk yet, but certainly you had spent most of the day just getting the lay of the town and then going on your little excursion.
Are we gonna go in just to see if Irina, is her name, right?
Yep.
Is there?
Just dropped a nut and I don't know where it went.
Hey, this is a family show. Is there something you'd like to tell the class?
But for real, I can't find it.
See, I was thinking more along the lines of that's a different interpretation for squirrel, but
Alright, carry on.
So, are we going in, or are we just gonna look at each other outside?
It's,
No, he's new.
Hmm.
Uh-oh. My spidey sense are tingling again.
So yeah, I mean, when you get in here, the place is significantly less crowded than it was last night. You've got a couple of commoners just sitting at the table on the south side of the building here. You have a rather oddly dressed man sitting at the bar talking to Teacka, the one of the owners of the bar. But other than that, the place appears to be empty.
So we'll just stand here in awkward silence for about 30 seconds as we walk in.
Looking at her toes, looking at her feet. I'm petting,
I'm looking around for my buddies and they're not here right now, so I'm like, oh.
No, they're not.
Oh,
Looks like there's a spare slot for drinking right here, though. Hey.
Yeah.
I could go over and join them, maybe.
Okay.
oh boy.
More friends.
It's kind of what she does,
Yep.
Friends.
They don't seem to be too bothered by the smell.
I don't smell that bad now. I've had 3 baths in this many days.
Or you ended up in a lake too, Karen, didn't you? So is that the
Yes.
third bath?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually clean.
Fishing for young girls at the bottom of the lake,
Yeah.
but still.
Yeah.
Doing what needs to be done. All right, so I'm assuming you strike up a conversation with the ladies that are sitting here, and for all intents and purposes, they don't really have a lot to say that's of any real interest. I mean, they appear to genuinely just be commoners from the town that are there to have a little afternoon gab fest and a couple of drinks and some bits and pieces of food. But their scope of vision about the world is incredibly limited to how do I put food on the table tomorrow kind of thing.
Yeah.
So.
Understandable.
Mm-hmm.
I get them to sample my stronger stuff, just to see the reactions.
Well, they do seem to enjoy. They're definitely hearty folk as far as kind of scratching a living out of a pretty desolate place, and used to stronger liquor, shall we say. The rest of you are just kind of standing around staring at each other, or
I want a piece of cake.
Are you sure you want to eat pastries in this land?
Oh, yeah.
Where's granny cupcakes?
granny cupcakes. So I mean, you certainly can get some food if you're looking for some food. That's not going to be a problem.
I'll flick the barkeep a gold coin, and I'll ask you to bring us some food, please.
Yes, you're just splashing the gold around.
She is so rich now.
He's just splashing it around. So she does like head off back into the kitchen to scrounge up some food, or to get somebody to scrounge up some food for you. But on her way back, she does say that she told Irina that you want to talk to her. She's up in her room right now, but certainly she's still here. But apparently Ismark waited around till about mid-morning and then set off to go back home. So he's no longer here as far as she knows.
Okay. Should we talk to this fellow? I have a feeling it's quite important that he just showed up in the pub. Hello, I am Jeebus the Just.
Hello to you. How are you? And this is what this guy looks like. Here, let me give you a picture of him. I think I have one.
Is he the burger flipper for the town?
This is. This is what this gentleman looks like. He's certainly out of place as far as his manner of dress is concerned. Kind of screams not from around here. He is a half elf, but other than that, you really can't tell a whole lot about him, whether he's anything special or just a guy who happens to be not from around here.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Rictavio, where are you from?
Certainly not from this accursed place. But and he starts to elaborate about places back home that you've heard of, but not really familiar with. But he does seem to ultimately have come from the same land that you did. But he professes to at least not know why he's here and why he's been trapped in this place, but makes his living basically just trying to find people that are willing to listen to his stories of his exploits back home that are not necessarily his exploits, but colorful and wonderful tales that he tells. He's basically a storyteller that kind of begs for money after the fact.
Okay, I'd like to flick him a gold coin. Tell us a story, Rictavio.
Damn, dude!
It'd be a good one.
No, see, this is Matt fucking with the GM here.
Maybe.
I'm like,
Maybe.
oh dear.
So he does start to tell a tale, and it's unclear, kind of listening to him, whether this is something that he has recited 1,000 times or if he's just kind of making it up as he goes along. It's one of those things where it's almost like you can't believe that he's actually telling a real story, but he is so invested in it and so earnest about the story that he tells of growing up amongst these elves and human folks that turn him into this charismatic figure, basically, by listening to the stories that they told and setting off into the world on his own, not looking for wealth or treasure, but looking for stories and interesting things as he went along. And starts to tell stories of watching knights slaying dragons, and these wonderful tales that you look at this guy and you go, what, you were just sitting on the hilltop watching these guys fight a dragon? You just happened to be there, kind of a thing. But there's no immediate sense that he's lying about it either. It's like you believe it, but you can't believe it, if that makes sense.
I'll tell you what, mate. For a gold piece, I'll tell you our stories.
So the coin you gave me, you want that back, is what you're saying?
Yeah, well, it's a quid pro quo kind of thing, isn't it?
It depends on whether you have stories worth listening to, doesn't it? Do you have stories to tell?
I have many great stories about our battles against evil and the abysmal creations that this world spews forth.
And he kind of smirks a little bit and just slides the coin back towards you and says, I always enjoy a tale that I haven't heard.
Nice.
Tell him about trying to yeet a dead baby.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's a good one.
Well, and
Tell him about the ones that I walked on the ceiling.
Oh,
Because goo.
and I mean, are those the stories you're telling?
and the story about the broom in the cupboard.
Oh yeah.
And he truly seems to be wrapped with attention to the stories you're telling here. He's not, paying attention to his drink or to his food. He is kind of, it feels like he's in a different setting. You would imagine him sitting there with a piece of paper scribbling notes and that kind of stuff. It's that kind of focused on the things that you're saying. Like he's a sponge just trying to absorb it all.
You have copyrights on this.
Yeah. Make sure you spell all their names correctly. And I'll go around and I'll spell all their names. So yeah, that's EEBUS, JEEBUS, ZYRA.
And he's looking at each of your group in turn as you're going through and spelling names and that kind of stuff. Again, just seems to be totally focused on trying to remember everything that you're saying.
I would like to point out that the twins expect royalties.
I'm sorry, my lady, but I'm not royalty.
He's one of those.
Are you ready for your weekly charity case? That's the question.
Hey, we got money last time. Not a lot, but we got some.
Mm-hmm. No good deed goes unpunished.
Where is the cake?
And so as Jeebus and Rotavio are going back and forth and exchanging tales here, you do have food delivered to you by just because I have to put him out here, I will. 7. The younger son, Bray, comes out and delivers your food for you, puts it on the table, asks if you'd like anything else as he starts to back away back towards the kitchen again.
If he only brought out food?
That's the only thing that you've ordered so far that I know of.
Okay, may I have a drink?
Certainly.
Ale.
Certainly. And he scampers back to like kind of tell his mom that you need drinks, and then heads back into the kitchen.
What a lovely fellow.
Nice.
Weird fucking name.
Is there a Gav around?
She's like, just saying,
I'm
just asking, you know.
And Isabel.
Yeah.
All right, so it is starting to get a little bit later in the day, and eventually, if you're just kind of chilling out down here, Irina does appear again, coming down here into the tap room to talk to Danica and order some food for herself as well, and nods to all of you, but kind of goes about her business here.
Not back?
I'm just sitting there drinking with my new buddies.
Yeah, yep. and they are more than willing to drink any booze that you supply to them. They're not really using their words very effectively anymore, but they don't seem to care.
They are happy.
Yes.
Are we gonna talk to her down here or up in her room? Or one of our rooms?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Why did we want to talk to her? I don't remember.
Oh, just to see if she's all right and whether she's going to hang
okay.
here or go somewhere else. So.
I think what prompted you to say that you wanted to talk to her was me rereading the card reading you had done.
Oh yeah,
how
that's
it
right.
pertained to her.
That's right.
I'm gonna stop spoon feeding you guys this stuff. I'm just saying.
There's something about a the bride or something, unwilling bride or something, isn't there?
I have it somewhere, I swear.
I don't know if we should discuss that in this public seating
No.
area, especially with the guy that's taking notes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
Better if you take,
Sheds light on one that will help you greatly in battle against darkness.
Thank you.
We can pick Tavio's brains later on. He might have some more information that will help us too.
All right, so basically you're just passing time for her to make her exit eventually and talk to her elsewhere. Is what we're doing here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. All right. So unless there is anything in particular that you would like to accomplish here, other than what you've already stated, we can fast forward time a little bit until the point where Irina finishes her food and heads back out towards the front door. And if you're paying attention, a few minutes later, again, this room opens up to the second floor, right? You have a kind of a walkway around the top of on the second floor, looking down into the tap room here. If you remember, scroll up and look at that.
Yep.
And she ends up walking into the, if you can see it on the map, you should be able to see a shadow of it, walking into the first door up here.
I don't see anything.
No, that's obscured
We have
up
to be
there.
outside to see it.
Oh, okay. Oh, she's outside and then around.
Oh, she
She's not going up here.
No, no. This staircase here goes to a set of rooms that you have not been to on the second floor.
Okay.
On the left side of this opening, right, there are doors that go that way. Yours were on the right side of this area on the second floor, and you had to go outside and up a set of outside stairs to get up there, right?
Kind of like a motel. So,
Is Rictavio or staying here at the inn, or does he live here in the town?
Presuming that you are asking him or the owner, yeah, he is staying here. He's been here for several weeks now, just kind of, going about the town and telling stories to amuse people, and again, just seeming to want to absorb everything there is to know about this place.
Oh, Jesus.
sorry. My bad.
Not while we're playing D&D.
Wow.
Sorry. I must have hit the wrong button on that
At least
thing.
it wasn't.
Right?
Um,
Earthquake mode, Maddie.
that's just a dryer.
Yeah. Is that what the kids are calling it now?
I'm not gonna say anything because
But eventually, Rictavio also gets up to leave, makes his excuses to you all, saying, that he greatly enjoyed the conversation, hopes to see you all soon. He's would be happy to talk more and exchange more stories.
What room are you in?
And he goes up this set of stairs over here, over towards the other side, and around the top to a door that is like right above here on the second floor, and disappears there.
oh, he must have empty rooms.
Okay. Because I'd like to ask him about stuff since he seems to know a lot of stories and things.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he knows stuff about our clues that we have.
And you certainly
I
certainly
move
are
over.
gonna. Yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry, I'll after you finish. Yeah.
I was just gonna say that Zyra, as far as his demeanor so far is concerned, he seems like he would be more than receptive to talking about anything that you wanted to talk about and sharing information that he knows with you.
Okay.
Cool.
He's that kind of a personality that is just gregarious, outgoing, and seemingly just genuinely open about what he's looking for.
Yeah. You should go upstairs and
But he talks about feelings
talk
too.
about
Oh God.
Feelings, nothing.
you.
Wipe that shit off.
He's not like
She's like,
huggy or
ew.
touchy-feely.
Like, ew. Should we go and talk to,
Yes.
or maybe not the whole group, maybe, or do we want to do the whole group?
Are we gonna miss Irina also if we all? Do we need to go I just say
Oh,
capture her?
That's what she was talking about. If we
Oh,
were
I
all
thought you were talking about the
or-
storyteller guy too. Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
And
No, I was-
Karen, you
I
had
mean-
said you were going to slide something, and
I'm sliding into the seat next to Jeebus.
oh,
And I'm
okay.
like, so you're giving out gold for stories?
Yeah.
Is she under
No.
Jeebus?
So
I
there,
can't-
so
I
there
can't.
was a time at band camp, and
Karen, are you under the table?
Yeah.
Where's it?
Character.
Where's it?
I keep sliding. Yeah.
Maybe she's under Sylona.
Where is she?
Yeah,
I don't
where
know.
are you?
Oh!
Jeebus. Yeah.
Well now.
Jeebus flips her a gold coin for that.
This one time at band camp. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
I
Jesus.
ain't moving.
Oh, I think you may be moving. Just not away.
Just not away from the.
Phew.
We're talking about feelings, right?
Will you make
Sorry.
coffee, please?
Go ahead.
Oh, thank you.
Karen.
Okay. Well, I kind of missed the food too. So, are you gonna finish that?
Oh, you can have my plate of food.
Okay. Okay.
Did you not get full down there, Karen?
No, not really.
Ow!
Wow.
Oh man,
Wow.
that hurts. Okay.
Platinum piece.
I'm saving this one for later.
Jeebus goes up to Rick Tavio or whatever the fuck his name is. Have I got a story for you?
Just missed it. No, me and Zero's doing is sharing a piece of cake.
Yep.
Wait,
Thanks to you guys.
you two are the ones that are behaving? What's up with that?
Oh no, total role reversal.
They're over there like sharing food and.
Alright, so it's just kind of you folks and 3 drunk women that are on the verge of passing out down here. Are we going to,
Yes, we
Yep.
should go.
and when we say go, are we,
Talk to Arena.
okay.
Okay, so we're all going as a group.
Yep, and let me
So good.
grab you all by the scruff of the neck and throw you up here. Boink. Where's everybody else? There.
Or Zero, if you had like questions that you wanted to talk to I don't remember his name.
Rick Tavio.
Rictavio, is it something that's burning that you need to talk to him now?
No, it was just there was one of the things that said like I wanted to know if like you know we've got the woman hangs above a roaring fire
Right.
and like the
Okay.
whole weapon of vengeance is sort of light. Like it seems
Right.
like his kind of shtick.
Right.
Right.
And then
Okay.
the wizard thing, a holy
'Cause I was just
symbol,
say-
I hope.
If we needed to split up and some of us go talk to Rictavius, and the other group to, what's her,
Irina.
Irina, we can. But if the whole group needs to talk to Irina, that's fine.
So basically, and I'm just going to throw y'all up here so you can see a little bit better what I had been talking about. Jeebus, I think you're going to be floating in midair again. So, yep, sorry. Yeah, exactly. All right, so again, this is open down to the tap room below. Rictavio had gone into this door here
Okay.
when he excused himself. Irina had gone through this door here, right? And then you guys had been staying in this room and this room. I don't remember who was staying in which, to be honest.
Karen is alone
Karen's
in her room.
by herself.
Yeah, I got to stretch out.
Karen's alone with the tavern.
With 1 platinum piece.
That'll buy a mighty fine drunk, I'm just saying.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. So,
Knock knock.
And you hear Irina's voice, responding, kind of groggy, like she was perhaps almost falling asleep, getting to that stage. Yes, who is it?
Housekeeping.
no. Really? It's Sylona. We're just checking up on you, see if you're okay.
Yes, thank you. I'm fine. I just trying to stay out of trouble.
God, her and damn doors. I forgot.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, Jeebus.
Who's levitating at this point?
Whoa.
I'll go down a little bit of step.
I can't see any of the doors. Do you mind if we come in and just have a quick chat? As I budge in through the door. It's alright, I'm averting my eyes, I'm a man of the cloth.
I am all going, yeah, cloth does not work.
Why didn't I think of that?
Just teleported through a door. Anyways, and she you hear her fumbling with the lock on the inside, and she does open the door a little bit, not like throwing it wide open and saying "come on in." I mean, she's obviously being a little bit cautious about things. You know, she knows that. I mean, just thinking back, she knows that she's in danger from Strahd, right? So not necessarily inviting everybody to come in and play around in her room.
Some, yes.
But I mean, it certainly has opened the door to the room enough to be able to see her face and to carry on a conversation if you want to carry on.
Sylona or Zyra, would you like to talk to her about the clues we got from the fortune teller?
I have them pulled up if you want me to, that's fine.
Well, yeah, that'd be cool.
Well, I mean, all it has for hers, though, is... okay, so we went to see this fortune teller lady, and she told us that Evil's bride would be able to let us know who would help us in the battle against darkness.
This is Madame Ada.
Yeah.
And she said, what exactly did she say?
Sheds light on one that will help you greatly in the battle against darkness. Evil's bride is the one you seek.
And Irina, when you say that you talked to Madame Ava, I mean, you certainly have her attention. This is obviously a woman that puts credence in what Madame Ava says, but she looks a little confused as to how she can point you towards the person that's going to help you. That, you know, she says she'll certainly think about it, but I'm just not sure who that would be talking about that I could point you towards. But I will certainly give it some thought, and if I can come up with something, I will let you know. Are you folks planning on staying here for a while? I mean, I'm here for possibly the rest of my life. And she kind of giggles a little bit, you know. But I'm not sure what kind of guidance I can give you.
What are you planning to do while you're here?
Just stay low and stay out of trouble. You know, you certainly have seen that my brother was at least correct in saying that this place is better defended than the village of Barovia is. I have to put my faith in their defenses meaning something.
Piece of advice. Don't go fishing with a drunk man.
Oh?
Oh, I pop up first time. I know we haven't met, but
Yes?
Well, we did meet, of course. I was with the group when you came here.
Yeah.
But how are you with fighting? I don't have a sparring partner yet.
I can, I know how to use a sword, and I am at least passable with it. I would not claim to be the greatest swordsman that ever lived, or swordswoman that ever lived, but I would certainly be open to having somebody to practice with.
Cool.
Don't hurt her.
Of course not.
Okay.
But so out of character, so I'll just arrange to spar with
Okay.
her, like in the mornings, that kind of thing.
All right, that and she certainly seems pleased to have someone to talk to other than just staying in her room. So that works, and she certainly readily agrees to that.
I think, yeah, I can use swords. I just prefer not to. So yeah.
Okay.
Oh, what did the burger flipper say? Did you go see him with your brother?
the burger flipper?
Yeah, what is it called?
Burgermeister.
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 Meister Burger.
I assume that my brother spoke with him. Didn't tell me anything other than he was sure that nobody would cause me any trouble while I was here, other than, well, Strahd.
Oh, okay.
Do you know if this town has been attacked by Strahd before?
As far as I am aware, everywhere in Barovia has dealt with Strahd at various points in time. From talking to the owners of the inn here, it appears that it's been a while since there's been a real overt threat from Strahd here. But that doesn't mean that it hasn't happened in the past. I'm every place has dealt with his wrath at one point or another. Some better than others.
So I whisper to Zyra next to me. Are we? Is it this town or the town we were in before that we can't say his name because it draws his attention?
Oh.
Oh, the fucking whoops.
Yeah.
The fucking whoops. Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's right, yeah, I was meant to bring that up
Not
before.
eating.
Yeah, that was fucking whoops.
And just to be clear, Zule, it's not really town-based so much as it's an ability that people at least believe that Strahd has, that he basically has a telepathic link that he can engage when his name is uttered to see and hear what's going on.
Oh.
Right? Not necessarily limited to a town, perhaps limited to the land of Barovia, but it's not like, well, if we go outside town, we're fine.
It's everywhere.
Mhm.
Oh boy.
Shall
So
we?
maybe we should end this conversation and not delve into more details,
Maybe we
just in
should keep
case.
that in mind.
Yeah, whoops. Yeah, he who must be named.
Yes. Just call him Valdemort from now on, and you'll be fine.
Voldemort.
Voldemort.
Valdemort, whatever.
Voldemort.
I'm not a Harry Potter fan. Give me a break.
I'm not the only one who does that.
Oi!
Soul just wept.
Wow.
It wasn't with that particular name, but there was another
Yeah,
name
yeah.
that I said recently that was just, I totally
Butchered it.
mangled it.
Yep.
Um,
Okay.
Can I squeeze in a little bit here? Jeebus?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Sorry, it's just Jamie.
And I look at her and
Musical people here.
Okay, I look at her and I whisper,
Uh-huh.
if you walk around town make sure to have a smile on your face, or you might end up in hell. Look
Yes,
happy.
I have heard that there are issues with unhappiness here, but thank you.
Sylona, you should try to be like her friend or something.
What do you think I'm trying to do?
Do that nice thing you do. Wave your
Tell-
whatever magic.
Tell her you
that
want to have
involves.
coffee or something.
Yeah.
Just pull like a hey girl, hey.
You're the designated nice person, apparently.
Apparently.
It's not like
how
we're
are
gonna
you?
do it.
How are you with the bow and arrow?
I really don't use a bow. I tend to rely on my sword when necessary. I'm hoping it won't be necessary here, but
I could
that's-
teach you.
I would like that. I have all the time in the world here.
Apparently us too for now, but anyway.
Ask her if she likes like disease-ridden rats. You've got one to spare.
Hey, let me out of this. Anyway, if you want to, like in the evenings, if I'm here,
I
teach
would
you.
I would like that. I have no doubt that I will need to be able to protect myself at some point.
Yes, being proficient in more than one weapon is a good thing.
Wait, we can do this. Watch this. How do you feel about money and killing people?
Turns around. Look at Zyra.
So Irina kind of leans her head out the door so she can look at you. And just kind of says, "I'm sorry, what?"
I was just trying to do the. Hey, buddy.
Zira,
Good try, good
I think it's magic or something about this niceness. I don't know where they get it from.
Can we not possess this?
I don't think so. I don't think we have those spells.
I thought that was pretty good.
I liked it. I would have asked you to. Yeah.
That's just wrong.
Not so much.
Sorry.
And I mean, Irina says, "Look, I mean, in response, she kind of gets that you're trying to be nice, but says, I don't like taking bribes. It's not what I want to be known
Tried, sister.
I got nothing for you, but I tried.
Good try.
Thank you. I feel dirty now, though.
Just like Karen. Oh, different kind of duty. Okay.
for. Throw her in a lake.
I think
Anything
I'm
else?
gonna go to bed now.
Yeah. Anything else that you want to talk to Irina about? or-
No, I think
Okay.
we all need to go.
I've peopled
Okay.
myself out today.
Good night. May you sleep well.
Good night, you as well.
Lock your door.
Boink.
On.
You hear lock. You hear chains being pulled around inside a room, wrapped around the doorknob. You know,
I still feel like that went well.
All right, so you're bedding down for the night, I presume.
Yes.
Yeah. What was the
Okay.
order of the beds again? Where?
Oh, I don't remember.
How many
Oh,
of them
yeah.
are there?
Okay, we're down here. I was
Yeah, over
here.
there.
Okay. Who was close to the door?
Jeebus was by the door. I think you put yourself in the corner.
Apparently, I like to put myself in the corner.
Yeah, there you go. That's more the way I remember it. All right, so assuming you lock the doors and all that kind of fun stuff, and
Yes.
then the night proceeds without incident, as far as you're are aware, anyways. And morning arrives.
I'd like to point out that I don't like the way that you say "as far as we're aware."
Just saying, you never know.
Coffee, please.
So, by that, I assume you're going downstairs, and no.
Sorry, talking to the dog. I
No,
let
you're
the dog
not.
out right before we started, and now he's bugging me again. I'm like, no.
I was just like,
Specify.
Aaron, I want some damn coffee.
No. You're not allowed coffee.
And a fucking donut.
Everybody roll for initiation. Here we go.
I know, right?
Initiation?
Or
No,
what is it?
I would like to know what it
Initiation.
the
Initiation.
for this group.
We could do initiation. too.
That would be interesting.
Oh boy.
All right. So, assuming you're going back downstairs, I mean, you could just jump over the railing, or you can go
I might do
outside
that.
or- Yeah, I kind of figured you would, so you did.
Yay.
Just saying. But I can drag you down to the tap room if that's where you are going,
Yeah, cool, cool.
because you got to
Oh.
get to a different section of the map here.
Woo!
I probably would have done a sparring session fairly early
Mm-hmm.
rather than make everyone wait for me.
All right, so assuming then that you made it a point of getting up early and
Yeah.
going down, knocking on Irina's door to make sure
Yeah.
she was yada yada yada, all that kind of stuff. She would have gladly joined you outside
Yeah.
for a sparring session, and she actually, I'm assuming this is part of what you were going for here. She actually seems to handle a sword pretty darn well. She's not someone that has led such an incredibly sheltered life that she doesn't know how to take care of herself. Is she the greatest swords person ever? No. Would she be able to handle herself against an orc or something like that? Yeah, she would be able to handle that without much trouble.
Cool. Okay.
Okay. And if there was anything else you wanted to accomplish during that, let me know.
Yeah,
But
that's-
I figured that's part of where you were going.
yeah, it's pretty much that's pretty much what's it is,
Yeah.
just to get a
Mhm.
feel for what level she's at and to RP friendship stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. But yeah, she's someone that you would not be worried about in a typical fight. Now, in some of the fights that, with dire wolves and stuff like that, where things that start to get a little bit more touchy, it'd be more touch and go there. But
Okay.
okay,
Thank you.
sure.
We're touching.
Giggity. Really?
Should have asked how she was with wrestling.
Oh.
That's tomorrow morning's lesson.
So you will teach her hand-to-hand combat.
Oh, Jesus wants to teach me to lay on hand.
idea. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Then Jeebus will come out and lay on hand.
So Danica does see you come in. She's behind the bar again. Seems to be kind of what she does and where she is, and comes over to you as you come in, greets you, asks whether you want breakfast.
Sure.
I'm assuming you do.
Yes.
And then goes off to whip the kitchen staff into shape to get you some food. There's nobody else in the tavern at this point. From what you have seen now, though, you know who is in all of the rooms except for there's two that were straight across the balcony from where you were. There were two doors over there. Those of you who are particularly perceptive, and you're all pretty perceptive with the exception of a certain blue lady, who's not particularly perceptive, do have noticed on your nights here that it appears that the two rooms across the balcony from where you are look to be the rooms of the family that owns this inn. So from what you can tell, anyways, you know who's in all the different rooms that you are aware of at this point. Apparently they have a full house now with you, with Irina, with Fabio. They have a full house as far as the inn is concerned.
Okay.
What's
so
for breakfast?
It's your typical tavern fare, which is like a big old massive country breakfast kind of a thing, where you've got the bacon, the ham, the eggs, a big old loaf of stale bread, because it's stale. Sorry. Their house specialty, though, as far as liquor is concerned, appears to be wine. They're constantly pushing the wine as opposed to the ale and that kind of stuff. I mean, wine seems to be what these folks are about.
Is there heroin in the wine?
Oh, I'm liking this.
Just small kids. It's fine.
Why? Why is wine and ale? Is it a shortage of, ale ingredients or what?
Assuming that you get into a conversation with Danica about that, basically, what you're told is that throughout most of Barovia, the land of Barovia, that wine is particularly cherished as far as being the drink of choice. That ale is certainly not unheard of, but wine is really what everybody tends to drink the most of. That there is a reasonably good vineyard that somehow manages to grow decent grapes, which is strange in a way, because the whole land, with the fog and the lack of sunlight that comes through, that kind of stuff, is almost blighted. It's very hard to grow decent crops. I mean, they get enough for sustenance, but for whatever reason, there is a vineyard that does reasonably well as far as making good wine. So people have gravitated to that over the years.
Where is this vineyard?
This vineyard, and we can kind of point that out on the map if I can find it. Let's instead of me trying to find it on the map, pull you out to the map and put you back. She describes where it is. It is out further to the west in Barovia from where you are, and is more than happy to kind of draw you a picture of where it is, and we can kind of point to that.
Right.
Sweet.
As you're talking about it, though, one of the things that she does say is that they are actually starting to run low on wine. That they're waiting for another shipment. It's late. They don't know why, but it just not. She doesn't seem to be expressing any kind of real concern. Just kind of passing the time, talking to you about it. But that's something that does come up. That there is something right as far as the wine shipment that they've been expecting.
Who runs the vineyard?
And now I've got to find that.
What gods do they pray to, Braywen?
You know,
It should be Dionysus.
I love you all, but fuck you all. I'm sorry. What was actually the question you just asked? I'm sorry.
Who runs the vineyard?
The vineyard is run by somebody that is kind of referred to as the Wizard of the Wines. It's something that, and the gentleman's name is Defiant Martikov. Is the name of the person that actually runs the vineyard and the winery that's associated with it.
Is he the wizard of the wine?
Yes, but they refer to him as the Wizard of the Wine as opposed to actually using his name as kind of, that's what he's called.
So it might be worth going to have a talk to Dave, the wine wizard. Might have a bit of a quest there, eh? To escort a wagon of wine or something. I'm sure Zyra and Zule will like all the shinies.
It was a crypt, Sylona. The crypt of the wizard ordinaire.
What did I miss? Hold on. Wait, what? Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah, just. We'll talk about it later.
Yep.
But I guess.
Speaking of Strahd.
Right.
Yeah, well, I guess if he's growing wine, it seems weird that he can grow it well here with the all the fog and the blightiness, as Brian mentioned. There must be something like, I guess, I don't know, magical about it, I suppose, since they call him Wizard of the Wine, and it might give us some clues, about like what might resist he who cannot be mentioned's powers to blight the land, So,
Or maybe Voldemort really likes wine and this guy have sunshine to make it.
oh yeah, true, yeah, probably like a good sparkling dessert wine or something, wouldn't he? Yeah.
Before we go tracking out to a vineyard or anything, although I really do love that idea, we should really look into the silvering stuff first.
Oh yeah. Good plan. Because we got yeah.
I really want to go to the Burgermeister's. I don't know why.
Will be worth talking to as well. Yeah.
Just reviewing some of the stuff that I had brought up last time too from listening in. There's been no recent sightings of the Mad Mage
Yeah.
of Mount Baratok.
I don't think you remembered to tell us that.
Now that we know more about the lake, though, he's usually seen skulking along the north shore,
Oh.
Okay.
shooting lightning bolts into the water to kill the fish.
Oh god.
So that's why
So-
that guy can't catch any fish. Dix is fucking zap them
It's a
all.
vicious cycle. I would be drinking too, to be honest with you.
He electrocuted all
So-
the fish.
Yeah. So if we want to check that out, we know where the boats are, so we can cross the lake easy that way.
Yep.
But
Okay, we gotta make a plan.
Silver.
What we do first,
Yep.
then
So,
second, then third, and
Drop
Oh,
shit
silver
off
first?
to get it silvered, I think, because that's going to take time,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, I mean, that's something that we talked about this last week. That is going to take a skilled blacksmith to do, and it's not something that's going to happen in an hour. It's not like Amazon's overnight delivery. It's,
And- We got that coin from the reward, so we can take that to the jeweler to see if we can smelt it and separate the gold and silver.
Not complained.
So,
So
Alright.
we should stop there first, then
So jeweler, then
then drop this shit off.
then blacksmith.
sound like
Ooh. Okay.
I was
So-
now?
Sorry. So in your journeys around the town here, right? The only place that has really made any kind of indication that they can help you out with, silvering and that kind of stuff. The only place that you've seen that seems to have the wherewithal to make that stuff happen is down here in the ball sack. Right? You have, you've seen a toy maker shop that, if you're talking about fine metalwork, maybe. And other than that, the only real points of interest you've seen have been this house down here, which, as far as you were concerned when you walked by it, and I'm assuming you would have asked about it at this point, is the Burgermeister's mansion right down here. There is another pretty, I'm going to say nice, but it was nice, but kind of worn down house up here that probably has someone living there that is more well-to-do than the rest of the town, shall we say?
I wonder if that's Lady Fiona watched her.
Watched her what?
Possibly.
Because that was something from yesterday too.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot.
But
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the toy maker shop here, you've seen the church and associated graveyard over here, and the only other point of interest that you really have seen is down here that, as far as you can tell, is probably a coffin maker shop. You've seen coffins outside the resting on the front porch and that kind of stuff. And then obviously down here in what passes for the town square is where you saw the folks in the stocks and that kind of stuff yesterday.
I get to make the smiley face.
A bit small or something for everyone.
Think happy thoughts. Think happy thoughts.
We have our hoods up.
The sun will come out
Yeah.
tomorrow.
So toy maker, then ball sack.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if he, to see if he can,
Separate it.
separate.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Toy
so
maker, please.
toy maker. Let me just grab this. Okay, so you kind of wander down to here, which is where the toy maker shop is. It's a tiny little building. It really is a small shop. Above the entrance, there's a wooden sign shaped like a rocking horse that has a B engraved in both sides of it. Flanking the entrance are two arch lead framed windows. It's kind of notable actually that it has glass windows. It's not parchment covered windows or anything like that you would expect from a typical house in this kind of downtrodden area. If you look through the glass, you can see a jumble of toys and placards and stuff inside. Everything seems to have engraved on it. It's like everywhere you look has the slogan engraved on it that says, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky."
Is no fun, is no Blinksky? Is that what you said?
Blinsky, yes.
Blinksky, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm assuming you're going in to inquire about.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go inside, and there is a rather rotund gentleman. That looks like that.
Goodness.
Wow.
Does he have the monkey?
The monkey is kind of skittering around, occasionally hopping up on his shoulders. But yes, there
He
is.
said
There is
something.
Very could be
know.
very true.
all right, you're allowed to be a grammar Nazi when I write shit down. I'm just saying.
But
Something
you
everything.
said humping,
Yeah.
That's
But
anything.
right?
But again, this is a rather gregarious gentleman who is more than happy to see you. Welcome, please come in.
Oh God.
Zyra is not happy.
I'm gonna wait outside.
And as you look around the shop here, you're struck by the fact that wow, this is a toy shop. The toys are a bit macabre. They're not, the what you would typically think of as fun toys to give to a child, right? Like you see sitting on a counter, there's a headless doll that has a bunch of attachable heads kind of arranged around it, which is kind of an interesting idea. You can put the head on it you want, but like one of the heads has its eyes and mouth stitched shut. There's a miniature gallows, that's like a toy gallows. It's that kind of stuff that just seems really weird. But one of the things that catches your eye is that there is a doll kind of like behind Blinsky's counter where, he's standing, that looks like it could be Irina. I mean, this is the one thing that you see in this shop that doesn't really look macabre, but it is the spitting image of Irina.
Oh, that's not creepy at all, is it?
Is it like a voodoo doll?
Is it?
Who's that? Yeah. I whisper, don't say her name or anything.
Like,
Okay.
What can Gadoff deal for you today? How can I help you?
Well, do I ask about the coin? Is that why we're here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Obviously, I've had a bit to drink already.
I can tell.
So I pull out one of the coins. Goes, I don't know if you can do this or not, but we're looking for someone who can separate the metals of these. We kind of need the silver out of it.
And Blinsky, takes the coin and kind of sits it down on the counter, and actually pulls out it like a jeweler's the eyepiece is what they're called, but the magnifying glass that covers one eye kind of thing, and picks it up and starts to look at it, and he puts it back up again and hands you the coin back, and he says, I'm sorry, miss, I could use the metal, but I don't have the ability to separate it. You probably need to go to the stockyard for that, but I'd be more than happy to buy this off of you.
Do you have silver coin?
Silver, not exactly common around here, but I have some coin. I don't have much, but I have some.
Hi. What do you guys think?
Maybe
And
we
they're
should
dead
ask
quiet.
first. Maybe we should ask first.
Yeah.
At
Okay.
this time.
Okay. And I'm like, We might be back. We might
Oh,
be back.
please. I give you a discount if you want to buy toys. I
Okay.
want to bring happiness to people, and nobody buys my toys. I don't know.
Oh.
Nobody buys them.
What's that doll behind the counter?
That doll, that's a commission piece. It's not for sale. I'm sorry.
Oh. Can I ask for who?
And he kind of leans in a little bit, and the man is, for all of his gesture attire, he's just foul. I mean, he's worse than you were when they found you.
Oh, that's fair. Yes.
Okay.
I think it's me talking to him then.
Ew. Nope. It's gonna be you.
The man has heard of baths. He knows
Nice.
what they are.
Yeah.
It's questionable as to whether he's ever partaken. Right?
Gotcha.
And he leans in, this bellow of, you can almost see his breath when he exhales, right? I mean, it's that bad.
Oh.
But he's a happy man. But he leans in and he says, "It's Isaac," and you've heard of Isaac at this point. You know that he's kind of the Burgermeister's strong arm kind of guy, right?
Okay.
And I don't know whether this was in the list of things I had sent to you, Karen, or not. I think it may have been. If not, then you're hearing it for the first time now.
Okay.
But Isaac is, like I said, he's kind of the Burgermeister's strong arm kind of guy. But there's something weird about him. His one of his arms is malformed, but it's not malformed as in, crinkled up and he can't use it. It's more like a claw, almost.
Okay.
That has spines all over it, and I wish I could remember what was in the list, whether it was in the list of things I sent to you. But he can apparently create fire with it, and he uses that ability to intimidate the people in the town when he needs to.
Okay. It wasn't in the package, but that makes sense to me.
Okay.
Ask him
So-
when he commissioned it.
Okay. Also, is it of someone in particular? Because it looks really detailed.
I do not know. He tells me what it's supposed to look like. This is maybe my 20th attempt. He seems to like them, and every time I make one, he comes back and he says, "No, change this. No, change that. I want this different. I want that different." I'm happy for the coin, though.
That's cool. Okay.
So,
How,
inside every badass is a little boy who plays with dolls.
How many of
Yeah.
these dolls does he have?
Or you mean how many are out on display, or how many is a have?
How many does Isaac have?
And Blinsky has said this is probably his 20th one that he's made. And every time he makes one, Isaac seems to be happy with it, but then comes back and says, "No, change this. The hair color is a little bit wrong. The nose is wrong. Do this, that," and keeps coming back with refinements.
Ooh.
Okay. Nope. So, stockyard?
All right. And we traipse and we traipse and we traipse. Everybody smile and wave, smile and wave.
I don't have to pretend to smile. I'm happy at this point.
Drank your breakfast, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not creepy at all. All right, so you get back there, back to the stockyard, and once again, you are greeted by the ISRC. You had talked to them briefly yesterday about getting things silvered. They told you it was going to be pretty expensive. that they could find a blacksmith that would do it for you, but just the materials that were involved and this craftsmanship meant that it was going to be quite expensive. I think we talked about 100 gold pieces for 20 arrows, I think it was, is what we had talked about. So they are familiar with your desire for getting silvered weapons.
Okay. So I pull out the coin again. Like, can this be separated?
And the gentleman of the place takes it and looks at it and kind of does what I just did, kind of a and finally says, "Look, I think it probably can be. I'm not the one that would be doing the work. I think it probably can be, but honestly, I would have to take the coin and have them try, and won't know until they're done trying. I can certainly make sure you get the metal back one way or another. It won't be shaped like a coin anymore, but I think that we'll be able to get that separated for you, and presuming that you would like the other metal back, but the silver used for what we discussed yesterday."
Yeah. What do you guys think?
I think it's your best bet.
Yeah.
What weapons would you like treated?
Definitely.
I don't.
I would at least have at least 15 arrows that were like tipped in silver.
If I'm remembering correctly, it was Karen who was planning on holding coins between her knuckles.
I do have those, but I would like to get actual hand wraps if possible. I was just like, if push comes to shove, that's what I could do.
Okay, so you're looking for like studded hand wraps of some sort where the studs are silver, right? Sylona, you're looking for arrow tips or silver tipped arrows, essentially. Jeebus, you have the Lightbringer mace. Zule, you had something that was
He has a
silver
silver sword.
I have a silver sword. Yeah.
Right, so it really comes down to you, Zyra, whether you want anything like a dagger or something like that done as well.
I mean, it depends on if they have enough. If there's enough silver, then yeah, I can have my dagger done.
Okay, so do you want your dagger done? Because you're going to have to turn over whatever weapons you want to have done if you want it done to your weapon. Mm-hmm. Or do you want them to just take a dagger, silver it, and give it to you? The reason I'm asking is otherwise you're going to be without your dagger.
No, that's fine. I don't use it anyway.
Okay. All right. So basically what they tell you is they will do what they can, and if they are not able to separate the metals, they'll certainly give you the metals back, right? A minor fee for their effort for trying, but nothing exorbitant. If they are able to do it, though, they will do the arrows and knuckle wraps first, and if there's enough left over, they'll do what they can with the dagger. Okay. But it's probably going to take a couple of days, right? Because they've got to melt this down. They've got to try and separate it. Once they've separated, they got to actually form it into the appropriate foil for silvering the material or silvering the weapons. It's going to take a couple of days.
Okay.
Yep. That's good.
I guess we got no choice. Yeah.
Okay. And they kind of thank you for your business and say, check back with us in 2 days. If we're not done in 2 days, we'll know how much longer it will take. But give us 2 days to see what we can do.
Cool.
Awesome.
So I give him the 15 arrows now.
I'm sorry?
So I give him my part of the arrows now.
Well, it's up to you. You can give him the arrows, or you can just say, I want 20 arrows, or I want 10 arrows, or whatever. Make the arrows and sort them.
No, I'm gonna give him
Okay.
15.
Okay. All right. So they take the arrows, they take the dagger, and are you, at this point you haven't actually divested yourself of that pelt, have you?
No. Oh, actually, I took it.
Yeah.
I thought I had arranged for it to be
Oh, okay.
worked.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I traded some booze for it. I'm pretty sure.
Yep, you're right.
And then, but
You would remember that, yeah.
I had refilled my booze at the gypsy camp after that.
Yeah. So he basically asked you, do you want that pelt to be used for the leather for the wraps, with
That
any
has-
leftover going
That
back
has
to
a
you?
poetic justice to it, using
Yeah.
some wolf pelt to be able to fight werewolves with. I like it.
Okay. All right. So and certainly whatever's left over, they will return to you. You know, I mean, but they'll use that leather that they are in the process of getting cleaned and tanned
Cool.
for the wraps.
That works.
Okay. So, business done. What's next?
Cool. Ooh.
Do we go visit the Burgermeister?
Yeah, it might be with talking to
Yeah.
him.
Sure.
Could do that.
Oh, we also wanted to go, look at that wizard, and we wanted to do something
Well,
else.
and stepping out of the game for a second, this area has 1,000 different threads. You're not going to get to all of them in
No.
1 or 2 sessions, right? I mean, there's 1,000 threads running through this town.
Oh, and the wizard across the lake.
Yeah, true.
Mage. I'm kind of curious because we already started that storyline with the lake. Kind of want to see what happens there.
We can go there first.
Sounds good.
Brian, if I can leave just 5 arrows, if there's any silver left to be done, because I do use my bow and arrow a good bit, but I also don't want to eat up anybody else, because I've already got a silver sword, but if there is any left, if I can get these arrow tips tipped with silver.
Okay.
If not, I'll just take the 5 arrows back.
Yeah, and that's fine. Again, they are more than willing to at least say they will try, right? They're not
Okay.
making guarantees at this point. It is something that is technically demanding as far as trying to make it happen, but they'll do their best. So, but they want to be clear. Sylona's arrows first, along with Karen's knuckle wraps.
Yeah.
Priority 1. Where do your arrows fall as far as
Before
their
mine.
priority before the dagger? Okay.
Yep.
All right, that's fair enough. Okay. Do, 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 do. You need to give me just a moment here to get this stuff pulled up with all the baddies here.
Although,
I'm sorry, what?
We
I just
definitely
had a thought. Do we really want to go into the wilderness again without weapons yet?
I'm sure we'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen?
Okay.
As Brian brings out his random encounter
I
list.
become a werewolf.
Drunk werewolf.
Oh,
wow.
good.
Good God.
It'd be so much fun.
You worry me.
At the end.
All right, so let me get back to there now. So I'm assuming you're going back to the northern gate here,
Yeah.
Yes.
and back out up towards the lake. So we'll plop you there for a moment, and you're gonna head back to the lake. is really where we are, right? Okay. So that puts us back here. I actually need to drag you guys there, though. Sorry for the sudden disorientation, if any. All right, so you get back here to the edge of the lake, and you do see Bluto out there fishing again. Not really paying a whole lot of attention to what he's doing. Let me actually see if I can do this real quick.
I need to go AFK just for 1 second.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh, hi, Isabel. No. What's that? You want Mummy to kill people in the game? Okay. And get some pretty clothes? I will do that, Isabel.
I'm going to that.
So thoughtful.
I know. My dog really wants me and Zule to have some really pretty clothes. And I don't
That
want to
would-
make her sad.
That was Zyra needs, like a big wolf spider going, oh, you want me to get pretty things?
I want pretties.
That would be like, yeah.
All right, is your vision any further than what it was on this map?
Yeah, it's,
It
it's,
was, okay.
it's a big circle, probably, I don't know, 15 hexes across or something.
Okay, 15's more than I really wanted, but that's fine. At least you can see the other side of the lake here.
Yep.
That other side of the lake is about a mile straight across. Each of these hexes is about a quarter of a mile, so yeah, it's a good sized lake. But you can
Okay,
certainly
back.
see
Welcome back.
the woods. Welcome back. You can certainly see the woods on the other side of the lake. You can see a couple of rivers running here and
Through it.
here, and you might be able to see this. What would we like to do?
Oh, funny bitch. I will ride with someone because I don't row.
Right, so I guess we row across. I'm guessing there's spear boats.
Yeah.
On the
There's
shore.
just like before. There's 3 boats there. Bluto is out doing his best to catch tonight's dinner. It doesn't seem to be dumping women into the lake at this point, but
Oh, good.
one never knows.
It might be worth
Alright.
checking that on the way past.
Okay.
All right, now you guys should be able to move this token around. Just use the up, down, left, right arrows, whoever wants to do it, to show me where you're going as opposed to me
Oh my
guessing and
God.
dragging where you want me to go. Are we sleepy, Mon?
Look, him's jammies. Ilpo has fuzzy jammies like that.
I wrote Teacka
Assuming-
under.
Yeah. Yeah. Just tired. I'm assuming we'd go that way.
Look at you knowing how to use this whole thing here, drawing arrows and shit.
I got yelled at when I drew on it. Why didn't she get yelled at when she drew on the map?
When did you draw on it that you got yelled at?
In the first campaign. I drew penises.
We're actually drawing, though. This is just a snap thing.
Okay. The question is the answer. I'm just saying.
Uh,
I'm sure it was relevant.
what do you guys think? Go this way or just go right here? Like, go straight north?
You know.
We should go this way.
Can't argue
It's
with
blue
that.
podcast.
There goes your PG-13 rating there. Jeebus, I'm just saying.
Oh, sorry, Jeebus. I don't know how to get that off.
that would be
Actually,
a problem. If you-
Perhaps I already did.
You just select it and hit delete.
Like what?
Jeebus
With-
lost a PG-13 rating with Karen with yeah.
Select. Do I do this? Nope. I did.
With your little arrow, you should be able
I
to just
can
click.
move it.
Oh, you can move it though. Oh dear. But now you have it selected.
you people are not right. You're not right.
When you-
Like you love us. I don't know.
I'll put it down here.
You want me to get rid of that?
before it scares away all the fish.
Poor Bluto.
I appear to have left the little jizz up there.
Pluto has discovered a new fishing technique.
Doesn't involve throwing girls.
I know.
He appears to be rapidly cutting a hole in the bottom of his boat.
Oh.
No.
Ticket, there is no delete.
It's
Where do you
it's
see
on your
it?
keyboard.
Oh. Oh, look, I can take it apart.
Oh, Jesus.
Deconstructed.
Oh.
Ow.
Zule
a
and
really
Jeebus
fat
have
guy.
crossed their legs at this point.
Oh my god.
Oh, wait. Here.
It's like Beaker.
It does.
Now, kids.
Okay, so
Sorry for halting progress.
That's all right. That's all right.
Look how sad him is, though. He's so sad.
Okay, so are we crossing the lake
Yes.
eventually?
All right. Somebody take control of your icon and move that to where you would like to be going.
no one said which way we're going. I said straight up or over and up.
Well, I guess where the penis was pointing before.
More straight up. Okay.
Here, are we going up a river? What are we doing?
We're going across the lake. All we know is it has to be the north side of the lake, but I just didn't see anything over there.
Yeah, and there are 3 rivers coming out of actually coming into the lake. Up further to the north, you can see that there are mountains. They're kind of disappearing into the fog, right? But you can see that the ground is going up here. So these rivers are running down into the lake. Then there's one coming in here, one coming in here, and one coming in here.
What's all this like? This like the lighter colored here? Is that like clearing?
No, actually, and I'm actually kind of surprised that you can't see the words there. That is just a lighter color on the map for it to have text over top of it saying what it is, and it's the Slavic Woods is written there. I'm surprised you actually can't see that.
Oh, okay.
No, there's no text.
Okay.
Head up a river, I guess.
Sure.
Or
I
go down.
was trying to move the stuff and
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Gotcha.
here we are. I
Gotcha.
lost us for a second.
There we go.
Okay.
There.
So do we want to do this one then? Middle one?
Sure.
Because then hopefully we'll see something around the other side
Yeah.
if we need to be.
Yeah, so I mean the woods around you here are pretty dense as you start to go up this river. It is typical woodland for this area. Very dense, overgrown. You can certainly hear creatures of some sort in the back in the woods. Everything from the occasional deer to wolves to just typical wildlife in there, as far as you can tell. but certainly not an inviting area for your typical walk through the woods.
Hi. Should we keep going or try part of the lake we haven't been able to see yet?
Easy. Just
I
put-
don't know where it would be.
Go.
Keep going?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, I guess. Just point me which way to row.
Stay in the water. That's probably-
Pretty much.
So as you come through here, the woods are kind of receding back from the river. You're starting to really see kind of a mountain range in front of you, and as the elevation climbs up, the fog that is always here seems to get denser and denser as it kind of goes up the side of the mountain.
Okay.
Similar to the kind of fog that you all experienced when you first got into the land of Barovia, up towards the peaks, it looks like it is probably that incredibly dense pea soup kind of a fog that you just really can't see 2 feet in front of your face.
Okay.
You've got some time before you get to that, but that's what it's looking like.
I think we should turn around.
Okay.
I don't think we're gonna find anything here.
Okay.
You're just trying to wear Jeebus out. So
Yep. I'll row with them. I'll take turns.
okay.
Yeah.
You made a person. Really?
Yep. So I'm thinking of going this way.
Okay. Shall we sort of hug the shoreline along there to see if we can see the wizard
Yeah.
wandering along there too?
Yeah, see if we can find a building or trail of any kind.
Yep.
And I will certainly pipe in if some special
Whoops,
thing
that's
is
land.
visible. Crunch. Jeebus is rowing full out, stuck on a sandbar.
And,
Talking about sandbars.
and now on land again. Yep.
Okay, we're
Okay.
Doing great, Aaron.
Could someone who's not drunk please control the rudder?
Same kind of a thing again. There's a bit of a clearing here, and in front of you can see it opens up more. Again, it's going up the side of a mountain that really just does not look like you're likely to get far up the mountain before the fog likely is going to start pushing you back, or at least preventing you from going forward.
Is
Yeah.
Bluto the one that told us about this wizard?
No, I overheard it in the town when I was walking behind you guys.
Okay.
She picked up quite a few little tidbits of gossip and that kind of stuff when she was hanging back behind you guys, trying to blend in with the rest of the town.
Right.
So, you want to try the middle river on the way back, or no?
It's probably worth a look. Right. This one here.
Land?
Yeah.
Yeah. Land!
Land is our anchor.
Doing
I
great.
thought somebody else was taking the rudder here. I'm
No
just
one
saying.
has! I'm just. Yep.
and
Same thing.
once again, same kind of a thing.
Okay. I picked the wrong way, people.
more.
One more. Not
And
door two.
Teacka, you should be able to use the up, down, left, right arrows to single step here, as opposed to dragging into the middle of the
No,
woods.
I know. I'm doing this because it's. You said you would say anything if anything.
Yeah,
comes
yeah,
up.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Just.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. If you what?
She said you'd say something if something popped up.
No. What?
I don't want to know if something pops up while we're playing.
Oh. Okay. Sorry.
Thank you.
All right. So this is much the same as the other three that you've been up, but this time you're at the foot of a legit mountain, not just hills and that form into mountains. You're kind of at the foothills of a singular mountain kind of a thing that is here. You see things that you have seen in the other treks up these rivers, and Jeebus is just about worn out because he's been going against the current this whole time. But you see an elk standing on a rocky spur, maybe 60 or so feet away. But suddenly it changes form from the elk that you saw standing there a second ago to a man in tattered black robes. He has a long beard, he has long hair. It's jet black for the most part, but there is a streak or two of gray that's that not salt and pepper look, but a streak of gray. There's a couple of those there. And his eyes just seem to be almost alight with power, almost shimmering as he looks at you.
I wave. Hi.
That's better than kill it, I suppose.
Not the greeting I typically give.
I'm sorry. I need to look at all the dings that are happening on my screen right now.
That was in reference to something popping up.
I just yawned.
I'm sorry. So he's looking at you. Obviously can see you. I mean, it's like his stare flits from one of you to the other, but he doesn't respond to your wave. Not somebody that seems to be moving like a normal person would move. His movements are kind of jerky and erratic. Think somebody with a severe mental handicap almost. It kind of like starts to walk in one direction and stops and turns around and takes a step or two in another direction and is just all over the place. Hyper, but there's this glow in him that just kind of screams of power.
He is
It's not that kind of weirdness. It is somebody. It has the hallmarks of somebody that has great power, but is. Okay, need to look. I can almost guess what this is. No.
Okay.
That's not what you're seeing.
Okay.
You're seeing more, and it almost drips off this person, more arcane power, that is just out of control.
Okay. Let's tie off the boat and let's see if we can go talk to this guy.
Yeah. I'm sure that won't go badly at all.
Awesome.
I'll go first. And, introduce myself as Jeebus the Just. warrior of the light and everything good and just in the world.
But I'm Karen. I bring booze.
And he almost, his words are almost cackling. Every word he says is cackling. You think my magic has grown weak? Think again.
Oh, we can see that you are in fact a mighty wizard.
Hi. Yes, I am. Do you wish to test it? You're here to kill me, aren't you?
No.
No.
Maybe.
Haven't tried it yet.
No.
Magic 8 Ball says it,
We're
Strong possibility.
seems like
we're just brand new to this place, and we heard about you, and I thought it'd be cool to be your friend.
yes. We too thought that as well.
No, I don't even remember what you said. I'm sorry. I was too busy typing.
I was just like,
But-
no, we want to be friends, essentially.
And this gentleman seems genuinely just out of his ever-loving mind. You can see as he's talking, it's like arcane magic just drips off of him with every movement. The occasional flick of a wrist and a fireball just goes screaming off into the mountain and explodes into the side of the mountain. He is obviously someone that has strong magic, but is just completely out of his mind.
Wow.
So, how you do?
Zyra became nice.
Yeah, all of a sudden.
He does have strong magic.
It's more of
You,
a
you won't kill me. You won't. It
Don't want to kill you. How about have a drink? Will you have a drink with me?
Are you trying to poison me?
No, I'll drink too.
And he kind of, it's almost like he has multiple personalities at this point. He kind of goes, okay, pour me a drink,
Okay.
and there, yeah, that's pretty. Wow, I didn't see your nutty haha before. Okay.
Yeah.
But there seems to be almost a calm that comes over him for a little bit, and kind of plops himself down on the ground and waits for a drink. But you can all tell that this is likely to pass.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it really, this guy just oozes insanity.
Okay. So, I pull out one of my jugs of
Oh, wow.
wine.
Oh, okay. You had everybody's attention for a second.
I was getting out the popcorn.
And
Everybody's attention. Yeah.
I
okay.
search around in my pockets for a cup or something, and I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. Pop the cork, drink. Here you go.
Yeah.
I take a swig first.
And he grabs the neck of the bottle and tilts it back and takes a big swig swig as well, and hands the bottle back and goes, "Thank you. That tastes so wonderful. But why are you trying to kill me?"
I'm not. Honestly, I was just curious when I heard about a wizard living up here. What's your name?
And he stops and he kind of looks up at the sky like somebody does when they're trying to figure something out or remember something, and looks back at you and goes, I don't remember. I don't remember anything. It's and again, a hand comes up and another fireball shoots out at the mountain and explodes into the side of the mountain.
Okay. Tell you what. Do you know of any way to restore memory?
Why don't you, Zyra, and Jeebus all give me Arcana checks?
Okay.
This is gonna be funny. I do not have it trained.
Wow. Okay.
I don't think we
Zyra.
can.
It wasn't a natural 20, but you got to a 20.
Sister.
Can I roll on it if it's not?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So, Zyra,
Yes.
as you're watching all this unfold, you do recall that there are spells that, if his loss of memory is due to some kind of magical influence, that there are spells that can reverse that. The one that kind of comes to your mind as the greatest chance of success, again, if it's magical based and not biologically based, would be a greater restoration spell. You don't know that. It's likely that nobody in the party knows that, but it is probably a way to undo whatever's been done to him if it's magical.
Can he do that to himself?
I can do a lot of things to myself. Want to see? and his grasp on rationality seems to be slipping away again. You can see him starting to fidget more. He's starting to become more and more agitated. That kind of stuff. That glimpse of sanity that was there seems to be falling away.
Okay, let's go.
You think it's here, boy?
We'll be back as friends.
And you see Karen with her jugs being put away at this point, just sprinting towards the boat. I just hell done for leather, just gone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I start running my going what?
I would like to ask the man.
Of course.
Feel free. Go ahead, ask away.
Do you know what is it called? Greater restoration spell?
I
bet you don't.
I don't remember. I don't. But I can do this, and again, fireball. I mean, this guy is just throwing spell levels around like they are nothing. It's like they mean nothing to him. And this fireball goes screeching off into this, just straight up into the sky, and explodes like a firework in the sky.
Okay, well, as long as you keep them pointed up, that's fine. Let's go back to what spells do you know that you know besides fireballs? Anything to do with fire, leave that out.
There are many things that I used to be able to do, but fireballs are the most fun. And this time it comes a little bit too close to you for comfort. It's not close enough, Zyra, for you to take damage from it. But again, this guy's grasp on sanity and reality seems to be quickly going away.
Okay, I turn back and go near Zyra. And okay, let's go. Wait, bye-bye, and let's go.
Okay.
I was a little bit too quick.
Bye-bye, crazy man.
Bye-bye! Don't come back again or I'll kill you.
Okay, bye-bye. I will come see you again.
Okay.
Avoid eye contact. Look at the ground.
Smile and wave, gentlemen. Smile and wave.
I kind of like him.
I took it. We're all in the boat now. I'm moving us.
Are we all on the boat?
Better be.
I turn to my brother and say, he seemed like good people.
He did seem like it. He understood us.
He did.
I see the boat is already back halfway to Valaki. Somebody's not wasting any time. All right, so you get back. Bluto has apparently taken the line drawings to heart and is dunking his junk in the lake trying to fish. Hopefully he doesn't catch anything really big. That would be wrong. Are you heading back into Valaki?
I want to leave something for Bluto.
Oh dear.
Hey?
More.
Doing.
That thing.
All right, so you get out of the boat, beach the boat, assuming that that's what you want to do.
Whoops.
Head back down towards towards.
Really, but
Head back down into Valaki, I'm assuming.
Sure.
Yes?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Boink. Excuse me
Aw.
for. Sorry, you'll have to draw some other time.
I left him boobies.
Is that a picture of Karen? Sorry. Well, you're the only one that's pulled jugs out so far. I'm sorry. All right, so you're back in Valaki, or yeah, we'll get you actually into Valaki. At this point, the guards are used to you going out on your expedition, so they just open the gates for you when you go in and out.
Cool.
What would we like to do now? We're at this point. I mean, you've spent most of the day.
Yeah.
I mean, going up and down
Wandering the lake.
rivers and that kind of stuff. It is you're getting precious close to dusk at this point.
We could check out that fancy house on the way to the inn.
Yeah, it's worth a look. So, there's
This house.
oh that one.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
All right. And again, you guys have control of. All right, I didn't see that. Oh no, I've seen that one before. Okay.
What? He was pulling out his gun.
Yeah. Nope. I get it. And hold on. You are there. All right, so like I said before, this house is one of the, at least at one point, it was one of the, certainly one of the nicer houses in this town. It's bigger than most. It's better constructed than most, but it is old. It's almost like it's disgusted with itself. The roof kind of slouches down, and there's moss on the walls. It almost seems to be weighed down under the weight of the vegetation that's kind of growing all over it. You can actually occasionally hear the house settling and sagging and moving underneath the weight of all the disrepair that's here. But it's almost like, I mean, it's not like the death house you guys were in before that was evil to its core. This one just seems to be tired, if that makes sense. It's almost like the house hates itself.
Oh,
Huh. Good issues.
Yeah, the house has issues, yes. Would we like to do anything here?
do we do
I'll
it?
go knock on the door.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it?
Let me get you all here. If I could, give me a second. And yes, it's going to be all black for you at first. At least I think it is, or it's all going to be clear for you, and that's going to suck. But let me get you all here. Boink, and boink, and boink. Okay. So there is a. Oops, actually, sorry. You really should be here. Let me move you around to this side. I apologize.
Back door.
Nothing wrong with that.
There are many things.
And I need to open that up. Okay, cool. So you go up you into a vestibule going into the house here, and so the vestibule seems to be reasonably well cared for. I mean, the house is it's not like it is not taken care of. It's just not maintained the way you would think a family or a person of wealth would likely want to do, if that makes any sense at all. So you knock on the door. Somebody that's obviously a servant opens a small window that's in the door at eye level and asks what your business is here.
We have no luck with doors.
Yeah.
We got a ton of time with doors.
Well, the doors you can get through tend to hide brooms, so
Yeah, that is true. Valid point.
We were wondering if this is the home of Karen.
Of Lady, what's her name again? Hold on.
Was it Fiona? Was it Fiona?
No.
Lady Fiona. I think you have this confused
Apple.
with.
Watched her or something?
Yeah. Yes, this is Lady Watcher's residence. Yes.
Just curious, because we're brand new to the town, and we're just trying to learn more about the situations here and stuff like that. And we heard that her opinions can differ from some other people's, so I was interested in talking to her.
And let me see. And this little like door at eyesight just kind of goes and slams shut, and you hear his feet tap off into the distance.
That one.
I take another
Loop.
swig.
Hold on, let me find my shock face. A little bit later, you hear tap 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 as feet come back. It appears that the Lady Usher may want to speak with you if you have some time.
Okay.
All right. So the door starts to open a tad here. Let me do that. And I don't know whether this is going to work. These maps haven't been working right for a while, so I apologize if it doesn't work. And it's not. But it's not. And I am going to just kind of pile you all on top of each other. So, yep. Suck it up, cupcakes. Blink. Alright, so there's a really tiny little vestibule here, but it is indeed a vestibule, which is something that you wouldn't expect from the houses in this town. To have an area for you to come into, clean off your shoes, do all that kind of fun stuff. And you let me find her. It's not letting me click on things I need to click on. I apologize. Yep, that's what I was thinking when you said Fiona. Yep. I am getting non-responses from my clicks here. This is not good.
Uh-oh.
Give me a second. Apologize.
That's all good.
I hate when this happens. All right, so the inside the vestibule, in addition to the servant that let you in, is this wonderful visage.
Oh.
Oh, just. She's got a good eye for radio. Good face for radio.
But she is the epitome of grace and politeness, at least so far. I bid you welcome to my home. I've been hoping to speak to you since I heard of you arriving in the town. I have to apologize. I haven't been able to free myself from my obligations to come and speak with you.
Yeah.
Typey, 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 typey.
Is it?
Yeah.
Can I touch your thingy?
I poke Jeebus. You have to take control of this because you're the most shiny one here.
And when Zyra says, "Can I touch your thingy?" Lady Watcher kind of looks down at her crotch.
Not that thing.
Looks back up and says, "You may be able to."
Whoa, damn!
I think both things bite. I would be careful, sister.
Wow.
Let's talk later, baby.
But for
Oh,
now,
Indeed.
I would like to hold that thing on your shoulders in my hands.
I don't think holding him would be advisable.
What is
But
it? What is it? What is it?
If you avoid moving quickly, I'm sure that you could touch it.
What is it?
And are you going to try and touch it?
Yeah, I want to touch it.
And you reach out, and its tail is just kind of flicking around. Its body is hidden behind her neck. I mean, it's sitting kind of like it's shown in the picture here. But its tail is kind of flitting around, and you can see that there is indeed a stinger on the end of its tail, right? And as you're reaching forward, it kind of like cocks up like a scorpion getting ready to strike, right? And it cocks up, giggity.
You have my attention.
Are you gonna?
I want to touch it.
Okay, so just just checking. It's your call. So I mean, it's almost quivering. I mean, you can almost see it just ready to strike, and it opens its mouth, and there's these fangs in its mouth. But it lets you kind of stroke the underside of its tail a little bit. Although that stinger is, and you can see the actual stinger like kind of coming out and then going back, retracting, extending, like it is trying to figure out whether or not it likes what you're doing or it wants to kill you.
I would like to whisper to it, do you like rats? Fresh like, hey! I know where there's one.
roll a perception check there, Sylona.
No.
But yes.
And you hear the conversation, even though the Sylona is whispering. You hear what she said, and you can see this thing smile a little bit, and the fangs almost dripping saliva.
Damn, now I gotta catch a rat. You're not gonna let me have that rat, are you? But this thing is so cuddly. Look at it.
Yeah, it's cute, but no.
I think we can talk her into it,
I think we can.
sister.
No. You don't have enough
Just give
money.
it time.
Just let it happen.
I have enough
Just
money.
let us do this, Sylona. Let us do this.
Give us this one.
I pipe up and go, I apologize for my friends. And I take another drink.
Zyra, you would know, and Jeebus, you would also know that what you're looking at here is an imp.
Okay.
And Zyra, that doesn't mean anything to you, but we'll explain it later. It's basically kind of a sort of, not really, but think of it as a minor demon. It's not really what it is, but that kind of encapsulates it on a visual and personality scale.
How would one go about getting one of these pets that you have? I like
And
it.
the paladin is uncomfortable at this point. Just saying. So, gotta ask the question here. We are about to enter into what is probably a rather prolonged discussion or a short series of deaths, depending on how you want to play it.
Yeah.
Shall we call it for tonight and pick this up next time? This could be over in literally 3 minutes. Or this could take 3 hours.
Yeah, true. It seems like a good place to leave it. Hey.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
Jeebus, if I can get one of those things, can I have?
Are you asking Jeebus or you're asking Matt?
Jeebus.
We'll have a talk about it later.
I think that is a yes. I think he can be talked into it.
I think it
No.
was a yes.
Oh, I don't know.
I've always wanted to DM a fallen paladin. I really have.
we can.
You let Sylona have the rat.
Yeah, but rats aren't demons.
Rats are evil and dirty.
Hey.
Did you see how cute that imp was? Have a little tail and everything.
And I'm going to have to send you the description of what an imp actually is, so you know what you're talking about. But Jeebus knows to his core what an imp is.
Yeah. Oh, it's just going to encourage you. Oh, I can do all this. Woo! It's like, oh, cool.
Bet you won't roll a newspaper up at us anymore, would ya? Aw, I want.
I'm like,
Or get
Zyra.
holy water.
why don't
Yeah.
you get a baby dragon instead?
Can I have one of those?
Don't encourage her.
I want a pet too.
You have a pet wolf.
So,
Pet werewolf.
They should.
thank you all for playing. Once again, no fighting, but you guys have learned quite a bit if you've been paying attention.
Yep.
Like I said, this town has 1,000 threads that run through it, and it's going to be difficult to weave them into a tapestry, but there is a tapestry to be ready.
I liked it. We found
Yeah.
two peoples.
Mm-hmm.
I like them both.
One outwardly crazy, one
Offering herself up to me right off the bat.
Damn.
oh, you are going to be so sorry.
But I want her toy.
All right, minor bit of foreshadowing. Once you find out what her real toy is, you may change your tune.
There'll be 5 of them.
We're gonna die.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's
All right,
gonna
no.
hurt.
Thank you all. I enjoyed this more than you probably did, but
Oh,
yeah.
it was cool. It was cool.
This is
Alright.
awesome.
I am.
All right,
Okay.
No, what's
have a wonderful night, everyone.
Yeah, cool.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Thanks for playing.
I
Bye.
love you. Bye bye.
Bye.